Brothers and sisters, welcome back to Playing With Myself, a new series of Playing With Myself. It is time for me to finally indulge. Deadly Premonition is one of my favorite games ever made. It's incredible. Go watch the Game Club episode for proof of that. And the sequel is out. It came out on Friday. I have not booted this up at all. It is sitting here. That's why we're on my Switch homepage. To say, I have not touched this. We're all going into this together. Let's fucking do it. God, I hope this doesn't need the update. Man, I hope this is good. I need this to be good. As I mentioned, first Deadly Premonition, one of my all-time favorite games. I think it is incredible in so many dumb ways. I appreciate anyone that has a vision like that and just sticks it out regardless of the quality. I do think it gets a bad rep for its quality sometimes. I do think it is not as bad as some people say it is, but it's definitely not an amazing game. But there is an insanity that runs through that game that I can wholeheartedly appreciate, and it is honestly a very compelling story. Yep. That's all fine. I'm sure there will be tutorials. I don't need to look at controllers. New game! Here we go! So what little I do know of this one is that it is both a prequel and a sequel. There is a flashback sections and there is modern day sections. So I believe the original took place in 2014. If I remember correctly. I liked that there was two subtitles there. There was the thing on the screen and then the subtitles telling me the exact same thing. Who's dead? Is it Anna? Is it Anna again? I'm gonna have to move my microphone. Sorry for any unnecessary noise. That woman is in pieces. That does not seem like a good way to be. That's an oddly specific. No, I love these double subtitles. It's amazing.
God damn it. What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
Quiet down, Agent Jones. You're on the clock.
Quiet down? You have any idea what you've done? I'd be half naked in Havana right now if you hadn't shown up. Soaking up some rays, surrounded by a harem of bikini queens, a mojito in one hand, and a
already don't like this
Havana-style
He seems
pizza
like a dick.
in the other. What did I do to deserve this? Does God hate me?
God doesn't hate you, but I hate you.
Agent Jones, don't let him take control of the
Oh,
conversation.
person has the same surname as
The
me.
moment you let your guard down, he'll strike. And no red, remember?
It's open. Come on in.
that reveal loses a bit of its oomph whenever the name is in the subtitle. No, Bungie, not no Russian, no red. Man, he aged a lot in 4 years. Oh, okay. He's just here getting high all the time. I can appreciate that.
You have questions for us?
He in a bathrobe.
That's why you're here, isn't it?
Wait, no, hold on. Oh no, that is right. Sorry, I got my fucking alter egos fucking mixed up there. Forgot that Zach was the one you were talking to and who you end up being the whole time. Okay, there's no camera control with the right stick, and that's really wigging me out.
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your rights. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak. Do we have permission to film this?
Don't worry, my fairy. They're free to do whatever they like.
I'm
Something
digging the
wrong,
mustache
Mr.
he's
Morgan?
grown in the 4 years. It's pretty great.
I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis, and this is...
Simon Jones. An analyst from the Boston branch. He's been monitoring us for years now.
Oh, hi.
Seriously.
A Southern belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break. Quite the uncanny duo. You'd be the perfect
Fourth
stars
wall
for the latest
shattered.
video game. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Dark laughter.
How many years has it been since someone came to chat with us? Oh, but don't ask me about my fairy.
I only assume
That's
he
a
means
private
Emily.
matter.
That's...
It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived. If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face.
Oh, Jesus. Hold L. This one's L? Oh, Jesus.
Letters of appreciation from the governor and the Department of Justice. They're caked in dust as if he doesn't even care about them. You solved many difficult cases across your career, utilizing your own unique MO. You've expertly cracked
Modus
cases that were otherwise thought to
operandi.
be unsolvable. According to our records, after joining the FBI in 2002, you quickly solved 2 drug ring-related kidnapping cases. In 2003, you solved the inside-out flesh skinner case in the
Jesus.
suburbs of Pittsburgh. In 2004, the Jeffrey Dahmer wannabe case in Milwaukee. And also the stuffed human collector
These
case
are some
in St. Louis that
fucked
very
cases
same year.
he's had to work on.
Then, in 2005, you coincidentally happened to solve the Lise Clarkson murder case while on vacation. You went on to solve many other cases after that, all of them seemingly inexplicable. Did you really solve these cases all
Nope.
on your own?
You work with him.
There are no records of you using a wide-scale investigative team or working with anyone else. How did you ever accomplish such monumental feats all by yourself?
It was all thanks to our talented partner.
Partner. The FBI files show no record of you ever working with a partner. Do you mean you worked with some sort of unofficial partner or an outside confidant?
Our partner.
Confidence. Oh god, it's Persona 5 all over again.
Our partner. We've always worked together. Besides, Belle, you're forgetting one important thing. After the St. Louis case, we stopped by a diner on our way home and caught Thelma and Louise, two highly sought-after
I'm gonna say that's not
fugitives.
true. Use agents to acquire important hints that help you proceed. Well, using feature concentration. Okay. Figured that out by accident. Alright, yeah, that's Oscar.
This smell.
Wacky backy.
It doesn't surprise me at this point, but it'll be problematic in court if they decide his testimony is unreliable. I won't get another chance to talk to him face to face like this. I need to get him to stop smoking that for a bit. Francis Zach Morgan. He was once an FBI special agent, an extremely talented one. At least that's what they tell me. Perhaps he was a little too talented. Excuse me, Mr. Morgan.
Could you please stop getting high for
But would
5
you please
minutes?
refrain from consuming that while we speak? I'm talking about... Yes, that.
You don't need to worry about us. Don't get in our way, and we won't get in yours.
Unfortunately, questioning doesn't work like that. Our data needs to be consistent. Now please, put out that stinking indulgence right
I wonder
this
whether they
minute.
just don't come out and say, like, weed.
What if we say no?
Then I'll put it out myself, using force.
Whoa, whoa, Aaliyah. This is Morgan's house. Besides, it's legal in Massachusetts for individuals to consume cannabis in the comfort of their own homes.
Alright, Mr. 420
And I
over
mean,
here.
Come
Mr.
on.
I know the laws.
It's medicinal.
Exactly.
Alright.
Hey, Belle. Why are you dressed so handsomely?
What do you...
The
Oh,
thick
shit.
black accessory wrapped around
My
your
bad.
neck. That's a male necktie. The color black represents confidence and interest in the self.
There was the prompt in the corners of here, hit A
And-
to go to the next thing, and then suddenly it shoot it anyway.
Your decision to wear
It's
a
not my
male
fault.
tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society. Or perhaps...
Morgan sounds like all
It's
the
a
media studies teachers I
psychological
ever had that are just
meant
like,
to
this is
hide
what this
the
means, and
weakness
I'm reading
that
way too
dwells
much into
deep
this.
Within your psyche. We admire your bravery.
I thought you retired from profiling.
Bullseye, huh? You're an easy one to read.
In order to think with society, a man must first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears. Don't judge a book by its cover. For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people. Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
Ooh,
Okay,
ooh.
Aaliyah, that's
Anti-drugs.
She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Agent Jones, that's sexual harassment.
Jesus. Oh god. Fucking dark laughter is an amazing subtitle.
So, Belle, does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
So good.
He's more dangerous than I thought. I can't
You're a
read
shit
him.
profiler.
I'll just have to assault him head on with questions then. First, I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up.
Vacant eyes.
Stage 4 progressive malignant tumor.
Oh.
How do humans behave when they know death is
Okay.
just around the corner?
This is
What
this
if
got
that
way more
human is
heavy.
Also a high-functioning sociopath. Mr. Morgan, may I ask you a question purely out of curiosity? If it makes you uncomfortable, just let me know, and I'll retract it.
Belle, what's wrong? You sure put a lot of effort into that approach.
It's a question about death.
About this body?
Are you afraid of what's coming?
Think carefully about why we're smoking this, then ask us again. Honestly, we're not afraid. Rather, we find it intriguing.
Intriguing.
Yes. Belle, have you ever been to the Grand Canyon in winter?
No.
In the dead of winter, the Grand Canyon is terribly cold. Colder than you could imagine. A cold that no photograph could ever express. The sun. Powerless. And the temperature drops below 0. Right in the middle of the day.
Meaning?
Meaning, you can't really understand something until you experience it for yourself. If you want to learn more about us, you need to gain more experience, Belle.
An ornate antique chessboard. Looks like he stopped halfway through the game. But who was playing with him? That chessboard looks rather old.
That like triangle in the dust.
And you can't even buy those ivory pieces anymore.
Right, they were banned by the CITES Treaty.
That was made in France in the 1900s. We know it's in bad taste, but the weight of the ivory just feels so good in our hands.
You play chess alone?
Is that a crime?
No.
It's a bit weird.
But it's a hard game to enjoy when you're all by yourself.
He's probably just replicating famous games. Or trying to solve
is that a
problems
thing?
from a chess workbook. Right,
Do
Morgan?
people like replicate famous games of chess on their own?
I may not look it, but I'm actually a bit of a chess nut myself. When I was in school, I used to pore over every issue of Chess Life, the magazine published by the U.S. Chess Federation.
Well, unfortunately, your guess is completely wrong, Agent Jones. He isn't replicating a famous game, nor is he solving workbook problems. There isn't a single chess book to be found in this apartment.
Those aren't books. Those are records. Of course they're not going to be there.
And I didn't find any chess-related websites in his internet history. He was simply playing chess. All alone.
Oh shit, look. York's been invited to Smash. He's got one of the fucking Smash letters on his desk.
So, what's wrong with that, Belle?
I don't understand it. How could a single human being seriously play as both
Because there's
sides?
two of them. Crazy.
You just
Literally
publicly
referring to himself
confessed to
as
stealing
we.
personal data. Seems like that's a much bigger
Oh,
problem.
what you got now, cop?
Oh no. Everything was done in a perfectly legal manner. We simply happened to intercept a handful of data being sent out from an unknown origin.
Ooh, now she's really trying to scare us. Did you hear that, my fairy? Serious nightmare fuel.
He didn't answer the question.
These files are from the case that took place just outside of New Orleans in 2005.
New Orleans.
The agent who handled the case was Francis Zach Morgan. And now he's sitting right in front of me. Do you remember the homicides that took place in Le Carré, Louisiana in 2005?
We solved that case.
Your report states the following. By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation. You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case.
Sounds about right.
After several more homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Le Carré immediately after that, didn't you?
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
That's a questionable sentence.
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
We don't know. If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle. Either way, that case is closed.
Closed. You sure about that? Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
Come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
They found Lise Clarkson's body. It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first victim. Do you know what this means? That's why we're here. The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson. This is a photograph of what she looks like now. How will he react when he sees it? The body that went missing for 14 years was suddenly discovered frozen in a warehouse. This is some kind of message from the victim to us.
From the victim? What?
We're pleased that her body turned up. Deeply pleased.
You claim to have closed this case, but now a lost body suddenly surfaced. Aren't you curious about the details?
Body or not, we already solved that case. Lisa's body can't change anything now. And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in. She was found frozen in a storage unit. Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared. In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of
I'm gonna
death.
assume it's something to do with the fact she's chopped up into pieces. I'm pretty sure that would kill you.
Good for you.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she
That's
looks.
a weird sentence.
At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all. She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
This keeps getting better and better.
Better and better?
Isn't that right, my fairy? A corpse as beautiful as a goddess. Sounds just like our story.
Talking about Anna from the first game.
Yes. Yes.
Man, that first game is so
That went
fucking
okay.
good.
Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something. I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents. Halfway finished. I think he was. If it was merely for, but I know that every action he
I
takes
skipped
has its
through
own
that for some reason. I
special
don't know what I was
purpose.
thinking. It's not, I
Especially
thought it was the
now
same
that his
dialogue.
remaining time is limited.
Oh shit. Is this gonna be different? Like, well, clearly this is the same dialogue.
Who is it?
Oh
This
no, it's not.
my fairy character you keep speaking to.
Sorry, Bungie. Sorry.
You can't see her. Such bad
No, we're not all
manners.
high off our tits right now.
You barge into our apartment, yet you don't even care about who else is living here.
Dissociative identity disorder. In the past, it was known as multiple personality disorder. You were subjected to an internal probe only once during your career, correct? They suspected that you had DID, but you denied it, and no problems arose during your test. Is this how you dealt with the psychological profiler back then, too? Saying strange things, weaving unrelated matters together.
I feel like that wouldn't work.
Is that how you slipped through?
You're free to
I feel
draw
like if
your
I'm
own
sitting there with a
conclusions,
psychological
Will.
profiler spouting random bullshit, they're gonna be like, something is definitely wrong with this guy.
But my fairy clearly exists. She's been sitting right there
That's hot.
on your lap this entire time. Hey, stop it. No violence allowed in here, Belle. Wouldn't want to scare my fairy, now would we?
He didn't so much as twitch when he saw the picture of the body. He's even tougher than the rumors made him out to be. But I was prepared for that. And if my hunch is right, he's deeply intertwined with this case. Far deeper than what my superiors think. You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Everything happens for a reason.
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation. But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Of course. We questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner. But we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
Shut up. No one asked you.
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees were on vacation.
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us instead. Remember what happened, my fairy? That warehouse, that man, so incoherent, such a pain.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found? Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005. Remember, Aaliyah? You said he was a pain to deal with, too.
The large man, yes? No need to answer, if you don't want to. I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
The person who originally admitted this report was his superior, Robert Abrahams, current chief of the Boston branch. According to Chief Abrahams, Morgan's got his own modus operandi. It's not something that others should interfere with. Well, Chief, look what that's gotten us into now.
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to before coming to us? Such as...
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson. You look surprised. I thought you already knew. After all, you visited Louisiana last week. We assumed you met with her during your time there.
We haven't been to Louisiana. Not in 14 years.
Is that so?
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time.
Sitting in this exact same chair for 14 years.
That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve.
What? Why that day?
Which means that I didn't get to either.
Are you positive about that? I took the liberty of checking some airline records. Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston. This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
A mere coincidence.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day, a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car
That does
lot
sound
in
like
New
something
Carrier.
Morgan would do.
He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong. The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries, and they always have the most bizarre timing.
Smoking.
Incidentally, on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason. Even this messy room.
Is
There
there
must
something
be a
in like a
reason for
jar
it.
of like what looks like urine behind your man's head?
Especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're practically begging me to question them.
Gotta ask him.
DVDs
First.
are all over the place. I know that he's a shut-in, but this still seems like way too many for one
That's
person.
right. No, it's really not.
And
You
I've
obviously
never
haven't
heard of
seen my
any of
father's
these
DVD
titles before.
collection.
A stinking indulgence. And a massive DVD collection. You must live a very comfortable life.
I'm trying to see if there's any dumb names on these DVDs. Yeah, my dad has a lot of DVDs, and he used
We're
to,
retired.
when Hans and I were in the BB, every Thursday he would like drive around the Tesco's around the corner and like buy
Retired
loads of
in your
DVDs for like
40s.
£3 each.
I'm
Talking like
envious.
10 years ago, probably more. Or like, oh, God knows how long ago actually at this point.
Who doesn't love movies, Belle?
I'm not a fan.
Oh, that won't do. You should dedicate all the free time you have to watching movies. It's practically an unwritten law. Films guide us. Films are filled with every important life lesson there
Nah, man.
is.
Video games.
Is that so?
For example, They Live,
Good movie.
1988, directed by John Carpenter. That film taught us a valuable lesson. always put on your sunglasses before a fight.
You know, you've got a point.
No, he
Movies
doesn't.
teach us about everything we need to know. I learned about the right way to eat frozen pizza from Cobra. It's one of Stallone's best films. Before that, I wouldn't be caught dead trying to eat frozen pizza. I thought it wasn't fit for human consumption, but that film changed my life.
Simon, that has nothing to do with the film. You're just talking about pizza.
Yeah, you dumbass.
Poly-MVA supplements.
Not really a box.
And a
Did I
whole
misread
high
that? I
liquid.
just where it said empty box.
It's probably filled with highly concentrated vitamin C. He said that being on the verge of death is intriguing. But then why does he have such an elaborate home medical care setup? How does he truly feel?
It's not a box.
Do you like fresh vegetable juice?
Why
That is
would
very
you
true,
think
Bungie.
that?
With enough money, and yeah, you can murder anyone. That's
There's a
just real
juicer
life
in
as
your
well.
sink
Look at
that
Jeffrey
hasn't been
Epstein.
washed yet.
Epstein, whatever the fuck you pronounce his name.
And do I smell the faint fragrance of baked beans? You didn't use much salt, did you?
What are you implying?
You just told me that you find impending death to be intriguing. That confused me. When I look around your
This is a
room,
much slower start than I anticipated compared to the
all
first
I
game.
can see are the many ways in which you're resisting death. Poly-MVA
Like for what?
treatment,
Almost
highly
40 minutes in
concentrated
and
vitamin C
haven't shot a
IVs.
zombie yet that's walking at me backwards. Oh god.
Fresh vegetable juice, vegetable protein without salt.
All this
Gallons of
milk
vitamin D milk
tapped
for
deep
fat
to the
and
square.
calcium.
That is very strange. You know what? I can't. Saving this for posterity.
The ambivalence, yes.
What?
Two contradictory emotions, mixing, coexisting together. An adult, mature mind is
Is
never
that how you put your milk,
satisfied with
Bungie?
only one response. It's common sense. Isn't that right, my fairy?
This room's a total mess. But certain spots look perfectly clean. Is it just a coincidence?
No.
No. There are no coincidences with this man. Mr. Morgan, I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean. Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Those are sanctuaries. They've existed from the start.
Sanctuaries.
That's right. Sacred places.
You can live in a house of milk cartons.
Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see?
The soul's still there. We haven't touched a thing. But we know you can't see anything. Hey, Simon, don't touch the sanctuary.
Yes, Simon.
Sorry.
That's a sanctuary. Don't ever touch it again. You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out?
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
You're earning far more than you deserve there.
That's a sick burn.
We thought wiretapping was your specialty.
Okay.
Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles. What do you think, my fairy? 4.5 years. All that time, and What does he have to show for it?
His mouth is still moving. His mouth moved for an unnaturally long time after the dialogue stopped.
No way. Come on, I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
Agent Jones.
Why did she bring this guy along?
Oh, right.
Seems like a dipshit.
He's completely taken control of the conversation. At this rate, we'll never get
Because
anywhere.
you're bad at your job, and you've brought an absolute imbecile with you.
I need to press him some more. Agent Jones. The briefcase isn't even that big. How long does he intend to keep that up? Does he have pizza menus stuffed inside there or something? Agent Jones? Did you find the files?
Oh, Greenville. Fuck yeah, here we go. Now we're in the good
Mr.
shit.
Morgan, do you recognize these
I
files?
got pre-rendered cutscene. Oh, god damn it.
Whoa! Ow!
We told you. That's a sanctuary.
Let him go! Assaulting an FBI agent is an obstruction of
told you.
justice.
We told you. Go. Ah! Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Down. Surrounded. Ah! 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 Yeah.
Mr. Morgan? I cut my finger with that can opener this morning.
What?
Thought I stopped the bleeding, but it seeped through.
How do you cut your finger with
How
a
could I be
can
so
opener?
stupid? Everything should be fine now. I'm sorry for being so careless. I made sure to read through your file and learn about your condition. The color red. Such an unusual thing to fear. Please, accept
I mean,
my
if you've
deepest
read the
apologies.
Greenville file, you should probably know why.
I'm sorry too, Morgan. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll never touch one of your sanctuaries ever again. And no more red, either.
Don't ever touch one again. I told them not to. Why would they do that?
Now, may we return to our discussion?
Don't worry. I won't let them touch me again.
Strangely enough, this man has a fear of the color red. And I believe that fear is
Yeah, no
connected
shit.
to the Greenville case.
That's not a massive jump in logic. I think you're just a fucking idiot.
Soon after Agent Jones started monitoring him, he was ordered to go through Morgan's trash, but he didn't find anything. Morgan used this machine to cut up everything, from his mail to his supermarket receipts. Then he even went as far as taking out his trash in parts.
Does he just have a record called Emos?
This is a very large shredder. Is there something you don't want people finding out about?
I think it's implied there's something sitting there, Bunchy.
Good
And that's why there's no
question.
dust, or he's keeping it that bit specifically very clean.
But we never know when some curious civil servants may come and sift through our trash now, do we?
You're already retired. What are you so worried about?
It's just a simple habit. From back when we were still on duty. Didn't they bang that into your head when you were up in Quantico? Some habits are hard to break, no matter how hard you try.
Here's another empty space. What does the word sanctuary really mean to him? Hovels for pure souls? Could you tell me what exactly the word sanctuary means to you?
Sanctuaries are sanctuaries. Nothing more and nothing less.
That doesn't explain anything.
Why do you wish to know?
Just curious.
Belle. You're a much ruder person than you initially seemed to be. Don't you agree, my fairy?
Much more of a
What
bitch
do
than you
our
initially
sanctuaries
seemed.
have to do with the investigation? If you're out of questions, then how about just going home?
Hey, mind if I jump in
Dude,
here?
shut up. You're useless.
What is it, Simon? We hope you've got a real question for us.
Well, actually, I'm also a little curious myself. No one's supposed to touch any sanctuary, right?
That's what we said.
What about you, though? You can't even touch them yourself? Are there any extenuating circumstances?
What are you getting at?
I mean, I doubt if any of this really matters, but if no one can touch the sanctuaries, then how do you clean them?
I love your response.
The files on the serial killings that shocked Washington State in 2010, officially titled the Greenvale case. I never thought I'd take out files from a case I first heard about on the news. Mr. Morgan, I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
Let's do it.
We don't want to remember that town.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this. I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student. A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered and the FBI stepped in to take over the case. I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat. Is that correct?
Yep.
After that
I can't
case,
say
you
that.
went on sick leave for 2 years. And when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work. What happened?
That's a private matter. None of your business, Bill.
Were you traumatized? It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself. But there's another possibility that may make more sense. Perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
What are you getting at?
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem. The Greenvale case. Don't you think it resembles the Luke Carre case?
Read the report. We have nothing else to say.
I just need one more push. One more thing that can summon up the past. A jar of honey with honeycomb inside it. There's nothing strange about it, but it still
Kind of
gives
looks
me a
like pee,
weird
to be
feeling.
honest. That's what drew me to it.
That's royal jelly.
Huh?
You were staring at the jar, weren't you? Do you find it strange that there's honeycomb inside? We wanted to harvest royal jelly in its most natural state. The queen's main food source, created from the worker bee's secretions. It's a perfect food, filled with power, meant to fuel the birth of the next queen. by absorbing it into our own bodies, we too can acquire that power. Incidentally, did you know that all the worker bees are female?
No.
Guess they didn't teach you that at Quantico. Male bees are only born to inseminate.
Ah, living the good life.
And they're born from unfertilized eggs to boot. They have short lives and don't even get stingers. Sort of feels like a glimpse into the future of our society, wouldn't you agree? Women are gifted with the power to conceive, give birth, and nourish their children. But men are consumed with the job of providing women with the chance to do so. If women no longer had to rely on men for the seeds of life, they would soon cease to desire them, we believe. Be careful, Simon.
Huh? Of what?
Your Belle's already stolen the reins from you.
Looks like another old antique. He collects milk cartons but treats valuable antiques like trash. What's going on in his
Milk is
head?
full of calcium and promotes healthy bones and teeth. What does a fucking antique do for you?
The silver
Hashtag
clock in that
Milky
trash
Boy.
pile. Is that an H5?
That's right. John Harrison's 5th chronometer. Completed. After many years, he completed it and presented it to the Board of Longitude in order to end their feud with him. That's only a replica, of course.
You like clocks?
Clocks are amazing. Prime fruit of the human race's intellect. We took the invisible idea of time and manifested it in these.
Yeah, I love clocks too.
Dude, shut
Absolutely
the fuck up.
fascinating.
No
I
one
disagree.
cares.
Oh? Why?
Time is valuable precisely because it can't be seen. Yet
Simon
nowadays,
is a
people
simp,
can't tell what
yes.
time it is unless it's measured in numbers. Talk about idiocy. I don't mean to side with the Board of Longitude, but remember, humans used to cross oceans with the stars alone. We have our eyes to read moon charts and study the sky. We don't need clocks.
What if it's cloudy or storming?
All you need is courage and a love for adventure.
That's a bad attitude to have while sailing.
Hear that, my fairy? Courage and a love for adventure? Come on, Belle. Surely you know how many lives have been claimed by your pals' courage and adventure.
Hey, hold on a second here. That Board of Longitude thing. What the heck is that? I mean, I've heard of it before. I'm an FBI analyst, remember?
No, I hate this guy.
I just sort of can't remember it right now. I know what it is, really. I'm telling the truth. Come on, Aaliyah, back me up here. Aaliyah?
I love that everyone's ignoring him. You fuck, Simon.
A picture of a leaf. This isn't just a picture of any leaf. It's the most important leaf. The belief in truth
No, you're talking about Hans. This looks amazing.
begins with the doubt of all truths.
I mean, let's be honest. The first game didn't look amazing by any stretch of the imagination either.
It's time to get down.
It
to
looked like a
business.
PS2 game running on a 360. So it's fitting that this looks like a Wii game running on a Switch.
Mr. Morgan, please look at this.
What did we just say? We don't want to remember Greenvale.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale. Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan.
Not a photo of a leaf. It's a photo of a tree.
This photograph predates Greenvale. It's from the Lucare case you worked on in 2005.
Red.
Not red, it's in black and white.
Red tree. Red tree.
Yes, a red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these. The Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case, they're connected by these red trees, aren't they?
Red trees.
I mean, this isn't new knowledge. We knew there was multiple cases of these seeds showing up.
Answer me. What are these trees?
Red trees.
I want the truth. Tell me everything you know.
Best subtitle in any game ever.
The red trees. You really did your homework. Well done, Belle. You're good. Damn good.
Are you ready to talk now? I want to know what went down in Le Carré in 2005.
Sick colorblind burn hands. Good job.
Fine. We'll tell you. We'll tell you what happened in that town. Yes, it was that red tree. That red tree ruined my life. It was a sultry summer day. The sun comes down hard on you in the south, like a torrential downpour of demonic whispers. It all started back in that sweltering summer. We still had our best friend with us back then. The other me. My better half.
He has cancer hands. Or it's implied he has cancer anyway. It's only been 4 years as well.
Never a choice. When somebody needs you, you can't turn away. You're their only lifeline, just a hero, a bullet for hire, working alone.
Is that just stock footage of a crane?
A cry in the darkness, an echo of pain that's been long forgotten.
This is an amazing opening. This is incredible in so many ways.
To be alone.
Like, what are all the best detective and Louisiana tropes we can think of? Put them in the opening.
Life for what it's gotta be. You should know they'll destroy you. We're called to make, to keep searching, walk alone.
What the fuck? Oh my god, that was amazing. This is fucking incredible. Amazing. Game of the year. Hands down.
Zach. Zach. Can you hear me, Zach?
There you are, Zach. Sleeping again? Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos. Isn't that right, Zach?
Dead 2Y Premonition. I think I have a fish hook in its mouth.
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast.
Perhaps
Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
The fucking smile. Oh my god.
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carré, sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
I'm the chef, Dave.
That's not what he asked.
If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
I love these like cuts to the people's names.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Don't ask.
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an
Oh
old
God, no.
choice, if you ask me.
It's the raincoat killer.
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
But shoot.
Lobster for
I ain't
breakfast.
the one you ought to be asking, Mr.
You know what? That sounds
FBI.
alright. That sounds like the lavish life
only
I
heard
want
what
to
I
leave.
heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it. You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex. Should have had a dragonfly on it. Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seal. They own most of the land around here, from the sugar plantations right down to the food processing plant. Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything. They They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know. They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
What do you know about the Clarksons' house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you. You best steer clear.
Yeah, someone was murdered there.
That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast. They folks with real power. Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days. Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters. And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all. So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe for nothing. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
I see. I'll keep that in mind. Is the local law
York looks a
enforcement
lot
investigating the case?
broader, and I don't know if it's just like a different character style or what, but he looks like a fucking brick shit house.
Shoot, mister, what you think? Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bonafide boondocks here. They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they pissed you off. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart. And when that don't work, they just beat your ass. That's the Deep South for you.
Ah, sweet. I see we're addressing the issue of police brutality in this game. On the pulse of
This
current
murder ain't
goings
like
on.
that, though. A little kid got killed. A weird way. Like something on a TV show. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief, right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans. They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism. Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real
This is
and
like
what
low
doesn't.
key the most excited part of this. Like for me, is all
What's
the
your
random movie trivia that York will spout while you're in a car or doing your thing around the town.
Cat People. That's my point. Cat People. 1982, directed by Paul Schrader. The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s. The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse
What?
with humans and turn
What?
back
Is
into
this a real
leopards.
film?
Then they can only turn back into humans again.
Because this sounds like the kind of
You
film
make
I
them
want to
worse.
watch.
I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all. Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of Cat People for myself. That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
Okay.
Another vital element of Cat People is the presence of Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Oh, talk about a masterpiece. Listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie. His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder. Period. You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
Whatever you say, mister. So, what's your point again?
Never mind, don't worry about it. I already covered all the important parts. When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister. Why do you look so excited?
I get a murder boner. Excuse me.
Like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes, but folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou. And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar.
An altar?
Like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Voodoo?
Nah, wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces. Scattered around the altar like.
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered her said, yeah.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen a car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question. Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot. Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
That's pretty good.
Huh? But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night.
Is his breakfast a bowl of porridge, fucking omelette and lobster and a bap and a couple of bananas by the looks of it?
When you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent. In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here. But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities. And I've also already acquired another mode of
Oh
transportation.
man, I know what that is.
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
Not really, but I'll listen if you want me to.
That's a great attitude.
Then please do.
Like, no, but I'm sure you'll tell me.
After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the
Wait,
airport.
so it wasn't even his car that got stolen, it was
Whenever
a
I visit the
rented
West
car.
Coast, I always rent a convertible. Especially in California. But now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana. So, I decided on a brand new hybrid car.
Right, wait.
With a fully equipped air conditioning
Hybrid cars
system.
weren't that big in 2005.
A hybrid car.
Oh yes, they're marvelous.
Cannot
Vehicles that utterly
gonna
defy
call
everything
bullshit
you
on that
think you
one.
know about
The
cars.
hybrid cars were not that big a deal to be getting them at a rental place in 2005.
Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we've finally entered the 21st century. Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity. And who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley. I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter, 1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs. It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself, especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
So, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Sorry, I got off topic.
Yes.
I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner. Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it. And in its place, they left me this.
Damn right.
A skateboard.
A skateboard?
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden board attached to 4 wheels. Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised? No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it. By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks.
Kick
It was
flipping
a
down the
journey of
highway.
self-discovery. Not even I knew I had this latent talent sleeping inside me.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today. Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The Lise Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell. Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach.
I don't think it's a diner. I think this is a hotel.
Searing light. These scents. It's the deep south. That was a fabulous breakfast.
He hasn't touched it.
You're the world's greatest chef.
Wait, mister. You didn't take a single bite.
Well, the tea was to die for. But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Yeah, I think this is like his hotel where he's staying at, not a diner. Alright. Casa pineapple. I guess that explains the pineapple on the table. Oh, but yeah, you're right. I believe it does kind of look like he's come down to breakfast in his pajamas while everyone else is dressed. Yeah, it's kind of weird to see, like, the first game, every person in the town you could talk to. Kind of strange not to have that here. There, button. Look at that pizza. Wait, is it not breakfast? Why is there a pizza? This guy looks very suspicious of this picture on the wall. Oh, sorry, sorry. This is quite the spread for breakfast. Yeah, like, Morgan is like huge in this game, and then he has a very tiny head. No, I kind of think that Morgan is just built like a fucking brick shithouse in this game for some reason. Think about it, anyone else's room, or is it just my room? Let's run around this hotel in our fucking pajamas. Lananas. Oh. Alright, melee button. Oh man. This is just like flooding back all the memories of the first game. Of like having to watch your health and stuff like that. Oh, okay, it's a mirror. I was wondering why like it looked really bad through this specific bit. It's because it's a mirror. A very poorly rendered mirror. Oh. Oh yeah. Sneaky Morgan. That didn't go. I went the wrong way already. Oh shit. 2 or 3? This is my room. 2 or 3 is my room. There's my room. Okay. The big red one is my room, shockingly enough. Hope this is nice in the hotel room in Greenville, because it was massive.
Sang Rouge. We've been chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't...
Oh, shit.
You think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase? Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much. This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stain's from Miami. Miami. Now that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two. Even with the help of the drugs, a feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude. I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. Same floor his blood gushed out onto. I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
Man, music. So good. Evidence organization. Start.
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana, and Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow. The 16-year-old girl who was murdered. Her body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou.
Is this like your profiling equivalent, I wonder?
Along with a strange altar. The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Lucare, and he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
Yeah! Mission 1, done. Easy. It only took us an hour and 20 minutes after starting the game.
Keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach. The Island, 2005, directed by Michael Bay. For a
Good
movie
film.
being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly artistic. An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi. That director's going to change the history of art house films. Are you following
Alright,
me
that's
here?
pretty funny.
This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did. This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history. Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
Oh man, I want to explore this room first. Link board. Doing this, yeah. Ah, Chef's on it, good job. Yep, okay. Please. God, checking with the FBI to see if...
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach. And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for? It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
Yep. Dry cleaning still a thing. Ooh, a stylish brown suit. I'll stick with my go-to Asian suit. Yes, laptop. I know my battery's very low. What the fuck is Mr. Alligator? Are these all things I have on me? No, this is stuff in my toolbox. These are things I have on me. Think. Right. What the fuck? Who would have this in their room at a hotel? I just assume, yep, shaving's still a thing, but not gonna shave because I like bearded Morgan.
Due to the nature of our work, we've had to stay at hotels all
That
over
is a
America.
massive shower.
But Zach, do you know what I hate most about living out of a hotel? Shower pressure. The shower was invented so that human beings could quickly bathe in large quantities of water, correct? Yet there are far too many hotels in our nation that have showers with embarrassingly weak water pressure.
I
It's an
agree.
outrage.
I've been in
And I'll
plenty of
keep
hotels
tooting my
with
horn
shit
about
water
this
pressure.
every chance I get, believe you me.
Oh, actually, well, okay, use the shower. Fine. Big old bath. Big old toilet. This is like a massive, massive bathroom for a hotel. Bed. Alright, nothing else to interact with. This thing is so questionable.
Hey there, chef. What's cooking?
Chef, what are you talking about,
What?
sir? I'm the concierge, David.
Oh, bless me. Sorry. What? What? Is he both? What?
I just
I'm
heard
so
from our
confused.
chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
But you know what? This
Yes,
is
I've
probably this is
gathered
pretty par
that
for the
Lucare
course.
is French, but does it have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Lucare means square in French.
Ah. And
That's it.
that's it?
Yes.
I mean, that
That's
makes
it,
sense. It's a
sir.
big square town.
Do take a gander at the town map in the lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me,
People,
sir. If you ever need
game's already
anything,
gotten weird.
please don't hesitate to ask.
Did you see that, Zach? That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality, just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say.
Can't Google it.
Job makes the man.
Google it and let me know. Oh, fucking rattling through these missions.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel. Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a
See,
gentleman.
and you doubted it. Has
Perhaps we
Swery
should talk to
ever
him.
been wrong about French? Wait, is that picture moving?
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me.
The
No
the
one
fuck?
these days ever tries to see me.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to
Didn't
what's
realize
in
we
front
were
of
in
them.
fucking Harry Potter here with their
No.
walking portraits.
Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away from what?
Don't be a fool.
I have
You know the answer.
no idea what's going on.
As for me, just call me Hoongan.
Hungan. The title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Oh god, everyone's smile is so creepy. Oh god, everything. Oh, what the fuck is going on?
Do you comprehend?
Maybe Morgan was smoking weed way before he got cancer.
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Felton maidens, in the shrine of hunger, find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero. Got it. But what do you mean by otherworld?
Oh, I'm sure we'll
Follow
find
the
out.
oracle.
I'm sure we will find out.
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos. But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
What? 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 What does that mean? Where's the... Oh, there. Door. Ending. Can I go through this door? She looks too uniquely done to not be a character. But let's go interact with this thing first. I mean, the first game also didn't really waste any time getting into the bullshit. I mean, it does start with you crashing a car and then fighting your way out of a forest full of zombies that are never actually
Zach,
explained.
This is Lucare. I think I'm finally starting to understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
Yeah! Fucking rattling through.
Zach, what did you think of Hungan's oracle? Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's little more than a childish riddle. Heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old-fashioned countryside.
Oh, gee, okay.
Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens. Now where in this town can one satiate their hunger? The hotel and where?
Satiate the
And
diner.
the 10 things that need to be knocked down. Simple, right?
Well, that's...
The answer is bowling. The shape of the bowling pin was based on the feminine form. The 10 maidens are the 10 pins. Alexis's Diner and Lane. This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball
Oh,
on the
sweet.
sign.
Oh, I hope there's a bowling minigame.
I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe even both at the same time. Nice job, Zach. I knew you'd be able to find it.
Oh, man. Really hope there's a bowling
Now for
minigame.
the other oracle. There's no flying serpent on this map. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon?
I'll
I'm
chase
sure
that
we'll
magic
find out
dragon.
later.
Morgan, come on.
First,
Step up your
let's
weed
just
game
figure
and
out
just
where we
fucking
need to
start
go.
injecting heroin into your eyes.
Do you know what the ambiguous zero represents? Zero is usually treated as a base number, but under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7 degrees Celsius, and 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more ambiguous zero than that.
It's gonna be here,
The
probably.
question is, does our zero refer to Celsius or Fahrenheit? Let's think for a moment. We're in Louisiana. Which measurement system do we use here in
Fahrenheit.
America?
Presumably it's this.
The Clarkson Food Delivery Services Cold Storage Warehouse. That's got to be it. Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily keep the temperature below freezing. Be honest now, Zach. You knew the answer from the very start, didn't you?
Yes, $15.
And how about that Hoongan? What a mysterious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
This is such a good action shot of him smoking.
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel.
What? Who are you now?
If you're dying of smoke, head out the entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the
At your
bellboy.
service, boss.
Are you good friends with the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals.
This is amazing.
Nothing more, nothing less.
I love this.
I believe
This is
you've
what
struck
character
gold
plays
here, Zach.
everything in the
It just
hotel.
screams deep south, actually. No, it doesn't. This is all his charm. So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Fuck.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
Amazing. Man, this game is top fucking notch. Alright. So, find the spot that's blue zero in Clarkson's warehouse and go get a strike. I'm definitely going bowling first. These loading screens take a while.
Compared to non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease.
Alright,
You
preachy.
know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right?
Intense close up.
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Well, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Yeah, I did it.
Please, just call me York.
Whip out the badge.
That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper. Sang Rouge is here, too.
Wait, this drug
must
has its
mean
own
that
wrapper?
Sang Rouge is connected to
That's
the
very
Lee
strange.
Thompson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that spread across the
Like,
entire
I get branding
South.
is important, but I don't think it's important
within
for
our
drug
jurisdiction,
dealers.
Zach. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want
What
it.
the-
I was just
why is there a
thinking about
lobster
how
on the
this is
sheriff
way out of my
car?
daddy's league.
Thank you for the information, Patricia. Okay, Zach, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
Shoot him. Run, crouch, dodge. Move camera, melee attack. Red room. Okay. The button for the red room. Oh, it's just your menu. Inventory, map, journal, data. What is data? Oh. Alright. That's okay. A lot of rubber bullets. Oh, okay. Oh, this frame rate is bad in the open world. Oh man.
Hey there. So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about. I'm Melvin. They call me the sheriff round here.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan? But call me York if you can. That's what everyone calls me.
Huh? Well, all right. Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
I'm sure you figured this out, but our town's a small one. Yeah, folks are already busy spreading gossip about how some FBI agents come to town. Now, I reckon you came from the city. What was it? D.C., L.A., or New York? Anywho, in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is. Fella who moves in next to you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard and no one would bat an eye. That's the city for you. Now, I never lived in one myself, but I visited them a few times, so I know what it's like. All pigs must die in the city of wolves. Yeah! Now, does that sound badass or what? I bet you'd... Hey! I know, CLG. I'm just trying to make a little small talk, that's all. Anywho, round these parts, everyone knows each other's name. So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's my duty to protect the town, I thought I'd stop by and say hello.
Zach, it looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type. A clear indication of just how peaceful this town is. Melvin, about the Lise Clarkson case.
I knew you were here for that case. Can't put one past the FBI. So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh? Our world is filled with information, and it's all within their grasp. FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
I appreciate this kid's lack of
The Lise
tolerance for
Clarkson
all this
case is
bullshit.
connected to a top-secret case that we've...
I know. If you're fixing to take the lead, then go right ahead. I'm just the humble sheriff of a tiny little town. My jobs are to stop my neighbors from beating the piss out of each other and listen to old folks complain. Honestly, this whole murder case has been weighing me down. So I'm gonna give you my full cooperation, Mr. Special Agent, sir.
Well, Zach, that was anticlimactic. I didn't even get to use my secret weapon. Melvin, there's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
You want to see where the body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body, yeah. Now, that's what I call a special agent. You already figured that much out. But, I'm not too sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much, you know?
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's incredible. I don't believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zach? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well, how about that? Well, all right then. I'll head on down to the warehouse ahead of you and make sure we get permission to search it.
Sounds good.
The management company only keeps the warehouse open during certain hours, so you'll have to come during those hours. I ain't looking to create any further disturbances. So be on time. Got it? Come on, let's roll, CLG.
I'm gonna walk home, Daddy. I still got another stop to make.
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see. So
this conversation went on so long and it turned off or dimmed my TV, the fucking switch.
I'll see you at the warehouse.
Oh, the frame rate. All right, you're just gonna stand there awkwardly. All right. I kind of want, or all right, I feel like I should go get a strike.
Hey, you. You ain't secretly cutting kids up and sticking them into jars while you work as an FBI agent on the surface, are you? Or using your FBI connections to sell kids to child trafficking organizations?
I've arrested people who've done both, but I've never engaged in either of those activities myself. Of course, I have imagined doing such things in order to learn more about the psychology of the criminals I deal with.
It was just a joke. Why are you getting all serious? And don't tell me what you imagine, or else I'll get scared of you for real. Hey, can I come with you? You signed a contract with me, remember? And besides, I'm kind of worried about my daddy.
Do whatever you like. This is America, land of the free. But I have one condition.
What condition?
Don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter. Zach, it feels like she's carrying something with her. Kind of reminds me of you back when we first met. I can't leave her alone like this. You feel the same way, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
By the way, Patty, what do you usually do when you're at home?
Is this an interrogation?
Oh, no. I just figured that since we're working together now, it'd be a good idea to learn a little more about you.
Should an adult male like you really be asking a little girl this kind of question?
That's a good point.
I feel like I heard a story about this sort of thing on the news once.
There's a time and a place for everything. You know exactly who I am, and I've also introduced myself to your father. Besides, you're the one who said you wanted to come with me.
I was just kidding, jeez. You're an FBI special agent. Why would I ever need to worry?
You shouldn't automatically
this is
trust
rough
someone
out
just
in the
because
open
they're an
world.
FBI special agent. One's profession and one's personality are completely separate things. For example, one special agent may fall spiritually in love with a genius criminal who enjoys the taste of human flesh.
That's Hannibal. You pulled that straight out of a movie.
Just because it's a film doesn't mean it isn't deeply rooted in reality. You can't judge people solely based on where they work or how they look. You need to think hard and decide things for yourself.
Fine.
Melvin called you a strange name. CLG, I think. What exactly does that mean?
Clever little girl. That's what it stands for, at least. It's nice that he made up his own nickname for me and all, but it sounds kind of weird. I wish he'd call me something normal, like just Patricia or Patty, you know?
Patty? Now that name's got a ring.
You
to it.
already called her
I
Patty.
like it. How about Zach and I call you Patty?
Already
from here
called
on
her
out?
Patty.
Do whatever you like. Weirdo. You're heading to the warehouse, right? You gonna go straight there?
Well, I'm not sure yet.
I
I'll have
would
to talk
drive
to
this
Zach.
car.
We're also on a mission to fell
Wait,
10
is this a
neighbors,
hearse?
you see. I'm eager to visit
Is this
Alexis's
an
diner
America
in Lane,
hearse?
but we've only just arrived in this town, so it might be nice to stroll around a bit.
What? I thought you came here to investigate.
Patty, you're still just a child. Why do you worry so much? We're born to be free, and this is America, land of the free. You should always feel free to do whatever you want. Isn't that right, Zach?
Maybe I shouldn't have come with you. I'm getting kind of nervous now.
Okay, Patty. I'm going to try asking you that question again. What do you do when you're at home?
I watch TV and look up stuff on the internet, I guess. Ain't much else to do when you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Really? For some reason, I envisioned you working hard to take care of all the chores around the house.
Well, of course I do stuff like that too. But doesn't everyone? Why bother talking about it?
Other kids your age don't help out their parents. They're too busy talking with their friends on the phone or through
Bloody
emails.
kids.
That's stupid. I don't get why everyone's so obsessed with taking pictures of themselves.
Me either,
Then they
Patty.
send them to their friends just to get approval. Talk about cringeworthy.
How do you prefer to boost your self-esteem then?
I don't need to. I have my family. And besides, my daddy's the town sheriff. All I need to be happy is a normal life.
That's awfully mature of you.
Everyone else is just childish. I'm totally normal.
Okay then. So what do you do after you finish all your chores? You don't turn on CNN and pour yourself some bourbon, do you?
CNN? That's kid stuff. What I watch is way more
Oh,
adult
God.
than that.
Like what? Live sports?
You just don't get it, Agent York. Full House, Friends, Beverly Hills 90210, sitcoms. Sitcoms are an all-in-one package. Dreams, love, life lessons, science fiction. They've got everything you'd ever want. And some cable channels just show reruns all day long. It's the best. Oh, but my favorite TV...
Oh. Yep.
Patty, is something wrong?
I got something to say. When I first met you in the hotel parking lot, you mentioned Saint Rouge, right? If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
Professor R.
Yeah, Professor R owns the jazz
Oh, fuck
bar
yeah,
on the
jazz
other
bar.
side of the bayou.
How do you know that?
Because
Because, huh? Interesting.
Alexis's. If there's no bowling minigame, I'm gonna be so disappointed. There was a darts minigame in the first one that was great. Alright. Oh, bowling grandma.
"10 maidens, Zack. Let's topple their hourglass figures and complete this oracle once and for all."
Oh, my lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. Sorry, honey, but you can't smoke in here. Since you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin's.
He's Agent York from the FBI. This is Alexis, the owner of this restaurant. I'm helping
He had
out
the same
Agent York
surname
in his
as the
investigation.
hotel staff
We signed
guy.
a contract.
Oh, my lord. Well, ain't that something?
"I'm FBI Special Agent Francis
The
York
fucking
Morgan.
whip out.
Please, call me York. Everyone's always called me that."
Oh, my lord. Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard. No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh, my lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
"Alexis, are these photos of the town?"
Oh, you like my pictures? My hobby's collecting snapshots of what our town used to be like. So whenever someone gives me an old picture, I just put it up here on display. Our world these days feels a bit cold to me, you know? Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Zack, did you hear that? The good old days. Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people who yearn for the past.
She told me what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it. Some odd fella was following her around. Stalking her like.
What kind of fellow?
She said he had a really tall shadow.
How tall?
The fuck does that mean?
As tall as an oak tree.
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly,
So
it
it
didn't.
was either fucking late in the evening and the shadows
I know
were all
just
very
about
long,
everyone
or it was
in
a very
this here
tall
town,
man.
But I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall. Maybe it really was an oak tree and she just mistook it for someone.
Maybe she was a fucking idiot.
Sometimes the silhouettes of them trees with lots of Spanish moss hanging down make me feel a little funny too.
I don't think so, Alexis. Lise said the shadow was following her, correct? That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree. If she had only mistaken an oak tree for a person, she wouldn't have described it that way. She might have said,
It felt like a crowd of people was staring at me.
Yes, exactly. She certainly wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zack, this data is all very intriguing, but it isn't the answer we're looking for. We came to knock down the 10 maidens, remember?
Oh, yeah! Booyah!
Amazing.
I got a turkey!
Truly mesmerizing, Zack. This is why I never tire of small-town investigations. Same goes for you, right? Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, howdy, stranger. My, you're a handsome one. You came out here from the city, didn't you? I can always spot you city folk from a mile away.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Would you mind calling me York, ma'am?
Oh, so you are from the FBI. I thought as much. So sophisticated. Well, my horoscope in the paper today told me I'd be meeting someone new. And those horoscopes never miss. They're the real deal.
Not gonna touch that.
Well, one even predicted when I'd bowl my first perfect game. Oh, no. Oh, could you stand a bit closer to me?
Oh, this old lady wants the D.
Ooh, that was a close one. If you move any further that way, you'll cast a shadow over the lane. Well, the sheriff did that once, and something horrible happened. The next time I bowled, I got a gutter ball. First time in 12 years. I was mortified. And I am going to make sure nothing like that ever happens again. In our world, some routines lead to good things, while others only lead to the bad. So, you mustn't ever cast a shadow over the lane. Is that understood?
It's her routine, Zach. Understand? Just like us and coffee. Incidentally, ma'am, would you mind letting me use this lane too? I'm investigating the Lise Clarkson murder case. And I need to topple 10 maidens, no matter what it takes.
No, absolutely not. Not even the FBI can take my lane from me. I haven't given it up once ever since my husband passed away over a decade ago. I'll never break my promise to him.
But
now,
Just
if
arrest
you'll
her.
excuse
Fuck it.
me.
Bet I'm gonna have to like beat her in a game of bowl.
Ooh, you like that? That's what I'm talking about. Who's your mama?
Zach, it looks like negotiations have failed. Now I'm afraid we have no choice but to force her to let us use her bowling lane. Yes, I know. I won't do anything illegal.
Shoot her with those rubber bullets.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carpenter.
Stop! Not now. Can't you see I'm already in my
That's your bowling
stance?
stance.
What, are you blind? Holy mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split. That stance, always works on a split. Oh, yeah, never fails.
Zach, our new friend, appears to be a very superstitious lady. We should try and utilize this trait of hers in order to gain access to the lane for a bit. That was an amazing shot, Mrs. Carpenter. In fact, it may have been the most amazing shot I've ever seen. Speaking of which, where did you happen to find all those neat little items? The ones you used to help you bowl that split just now.
Ooh, you got a keen eye there, Mr. Special Agent. Taking a liking to my collection, have you?
Oh, yes. A great liking.
I buy all my charms and power stones.
Ah,
by Air
she's into
Zulu
the
Freedom.
weird Spiritualism
Erzuli
shite.
Frida.
Yes, it's a mystical establishment run by the Mirror.
The Mirror.
If you're interested, I can mark it on your map for you.
Zach, this is it. Erzuli Frida. There must be a treasure trove of dubious trinkets on sale there. We may even be able to find something capable of changing her mind. It really feels like we're in the deep south now, doesn't it?
All right. Alright, back in the fucking janky open world. So I believe they have come out and said they will be looking at, like, patching some of the performance stuff. Which, yeah, they probably need to. It seems real bad. Like, the first one was pretty janky at times, but I don't think it ever ran that dog shit. Like the fact that this loading screen freezes up every time I try to open or enter the open world.
I thought you came here to bowl.
Yes, I did.
Then why are you leaving? You gave up on trying to convince Mrs. Carpenter to let you play?
No, Patty, neither Zach nor I have given up on anything. We're just going to stop by Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida? What do you want with that place?
What do you know about it, Patty?
It's a dumb store that sells stupid voodoo charms and even stupider souvenirs. No one who actually lives here would ever be caught dead there. Daddy even told me to steer clear of it.
And why is that?
'Cause they sell guns?
You mean Erzuli Frida is a gun shop?
It's kinda like a gun shop and a voodoo shop had a baby.
A voodoo shop?
Sounds like a pretty cool
Thank
shop,
you,
to be
Patty.
fair.
You just helped me make up my mind. We're going to use the power of voodoo to help us steal the right to use that lane.
Where's my skateboard? He said he had a skateboard. Any of these the skateboard buttons? My inventory. Da-da-da. Oh, Jesus. I like that. This is a cool way of showing missions. I use the skateboard. The fuck's that? Oh, not the punch button. Not the button I meant to hit. Air three? Oh. A waypoint? The fuck does that mean? Oh, that's the waypoint I put down. Okay. Accidentally hit A on the map. There's the skateboard button. Oh, yes. Nice.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route, and it's right to Louisiana. You know what that
Amazing.
A voodoo shop. It's a voodoo shop.
Just looks like a dumb souvenir shop to me.
Of course it does, Patty. You're much too young to understand the true value of such a place.
That dude looks like straight out of Castlevania.
This is all
I'm gonna
kid
call
stuff.
what those weird shrines are. I'm gonna put
just a bunch
money
of
on them
jars.
being fast travel points.
I'm allowed to watch TV and go on the internet, but I ain't allowed in here? My daddy makes no sense sometimes. You agree, right, Agent York? This is all just kid stuff.
Look at this, Zach. All the mysticism of the Deep South gathered up into one quaint little shop. This is 100 times more exciting than the FBI evidence vault. It's a vast treasure chest. So much to study, so much to learn.
Yeah, gonna put that out there and say that these are like some form of fast travel points. This guy called the Mirror. Oh god, this fucking Castlevania looking motherfucker.
Thou art a seeker, and I see the object of thy desire.
Oh,
Doth this be
what
what thou
is
seekest?
that? I need that. Need that in real life.
I could sell it to thee now. And only now. Surely fortune shall not bless
my
thee
God,
with
this is
another
amazing.
chance. Purchase this and know that thy wishes
I really
shall
want
be
that.
granted.
Like in real life, I would proudly display that in my house.
That's crazy. Even I can tell you're getting cheated, Agent York.
I disagree, Patty. This person can be trusted. I've been studying people for quite a while, so I can tell. That figurine is connected to our future.
My price is true. What say thee?
Yes. Easily. Pay all the money. Oh, that's $30. Jesus. 100% buy that.
I'll buy it.
Thou art a man of refined taste. I am loath to part with it, but 'twould be a fool's errand to keep it from such a keen-eyed soul.
What's wrong with you?
So many things, Patty.
No normal person would ever buy a piece of junk like that. Not even at a garage sale.
Marvelous, isn't it, Zach? What a treasure. I can't wait to use it.
Use it? Where?
Isn't it obvious, Patty? I'm going to put it in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house.
In front of her house?
Yes, I'm sure this figurine will stop her right in her tracks. And that'll give us a chance to finally topple the 10 maidens.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. And so is Zach. Aren't you?
I'm seriously wondering if I should quit helping you out with this.
Alright. Between 10:30 and 6. Okay. Oh, sweet, side quest. Oh, knock out. Weird.
Whoa.
That was close.
Well, look at you, all standing there like you're expecting me to apologize. Huh, it's your fault for not paying attention.
Galena? That's a strange name.
What?
Got a moment?
Can't say I do. I'm in a hurry here.
I won't take up too much of your time. I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
I said I'm in a hurry, Peckerwood. Now get out of my way.
Patty, who was that?
Kalina Clarkson. PJ Clarkson's second daughter, and Lisa's mother.
Zach, we've found ourselves a Clarkson.
Oh no, she's not here. My dolly. Oh, she's not here. My dolly isn't here.
One of the key persons in this case just came out of the woodwork to meet us. Now things are really getting interesting. Isn't that right, Zach?
Mihalam.
Arms.
Verily, much shall serve thee well here.
Charms can help you in various ways. Necklaces, dolls, and talismans. Create weapon at the altar. Enhance your charms with Frida. Next charms you want. Expand your altar so you can creating enchanting. Great. Dog fur? Okay. I like the idea of dog fur, but sure.
I can see it. Thou hast discovered the very purpose of my emporium. That is... Mihalam.
This is like... Why is this text so slow? Alright, this guy is just talking shit. Oh god. Alright, sure. These loading screens sure do take a while. Oh, that was the wrong button. Why is the skateboard button? Oh. There we go. Oh, this is...
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Unga, is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of evil? It's still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
Oh, that was sick.
By the way, Zach, Ungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection. Cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal gentleman. Do you remember his name?
This is...
Ah, yes, that's it. Scatman Crothers. In 1980,
yeah, the performance on the skateboard is like somehow even worse.
In 1983, he was in The Twilights. He played the man who invited all those elderly folks into a strange new world. I knew it, Zach. There's definitely a connection here, but he's a bit too old.
Look at it. Look at this sick
Scatman's
trick.
More of a sage character. Our skeletal gentleman is a little younger, isn't he? Yes. They have different body types, but...
Oh, look at it.
He made his debut in 1982 in Fast...
I like that he just keeps it in his, like, pants. Alright, I gotta save a call here because I'm very tired and I don't think I can stream this for much longer without losing my mind. But yeah, it is reminding me a lot of the first one. There is a lot of the jank and the chop, like, but there's also an equally amount of charm. Like, I don't mind the jank. I don't mind being able to whip out my skateboard and break in a circle like this. That's just dumb open world stuff. It is like the massive frame rate drops are maybe a bit more of an issue.
Did you notice it yet?
But hopefully those can be ironed out. I hope, because it is actually kind of very jarring going around the open world when it is like that. Oh god. But for now, thanks for tuning in. Next week, probably more of this, more Divinity, more Outer Wilds. I will have a firm schedule on Tuesday probably. But for now, thank you for tuning in, and I shall see you next time.